Welcome to today's episode of Edible Eric Eats. On today's episode, we're exploring Fernard Point. This recipe in particular we're going to be doing is Truite Aux Champignons. First thing we're going to do is get our mies ready for this. It calls for a little bit of duxelle, so we're going to prep that now. And we're just going to take, we have our clean mushrooms, we're just going to take them and give them a rough chop. And I'm going to let the machine do some work for me because I'm going to work smarter, not harder. We got our mushrooms, we put them in our food processor, and we're going to add a little bit of shallot along with this. Again, we're going to rough chop this, let the machine do the work for us. We're going to scrape down the sides periodically. We have our chopped up mushrooms and shallots. Now we're going to add them to our pan. To this, we're going to add a nice chunk of butter. And this recipe that you guys have doesn't give exact measurements, so you got to use your intuition and your knowledge of, and then we're going to let this slow cook on the stove. It's going to render out the mushroom liquid. It's going to cook down a little bit. It's going to turn into almost like a paste, a mushroom paste. You're going to see after a couple minutes, the mushrooms will start releasing their liquid. That's what you want them to do. While our duxelle is going, and we're going to get the rest of the ingredients ready. This dish is essentially kind of a casserole of mushroom and fish. And at the bottom layer is just sauteed mushrooms seasoned with some fine herbs. And then it's the fish duxelle with breadcrumbs and butter. So now we're going to slice our mushrooms to cook down, be the bottom layer. We got enough mushrooms. The recipe itself doesn't specify how much mushrooms you need or exactly how thick to slice them. Just make sure that they're uniform so that they cook evenly. We got a pan. We're gonna add a couple tablespoons of butter to it. Put some mushrooms in a pan. We're gonna start cooking these down. When they get close to being done is when I'll add the herbs. I don't want to cook the fresh herbs because I don't want to destroy the taste. You can see the mushrooms cooking down. It's starting to brown a little bit. As you can see, as we cook the duxelle even more, it starts to get real thick and getting darker in color. Our mushrooms are looking pretty good. Now we're gonna get them out of the pan, get them seasoned. Checking on the duxelle, you can see it's turning into, a bit of a paste. By reducing it, we're amplifying the mushroomy flavor, that earthy goodness that we get. It's almost ready. Now we're going to finish and assemble the Truite Aux Champignons. It says to cook the fish in the Culinary style, which is just floured and pan fried. So we have some butter, a little bit of oil going, melting. We're going to take our fish, season both sides with a little bit of salt and pepper. We're going to put it in the flour. All right, our pan's hot enough. We're going to take our fish and we're going to put it in the pan. You always want to put it in away from you. We're going to move it around a little bit. Now we're going to let this get nice and seared. I have my pan. I'm using a cast iron dish because I'm just doing one portion of it. Bigger fish, bigger dish. So we're going to take a layer of the mushrooms and then next to the fish. Now we take our fish, we'll put it on top of the mushrooms, saving all the butter from the pan. We're gonna take our duxelle, put this all over the fish, all over everything. Then we're gonna take some breadcrumbs. I have some panko breadcrumbs here. Sprinkle those all over. We're gonna dot this with a bunch of butter. So we're gonna take our butter from the pan, as the recipe says, and pour it over everything. And then this is gonna go in the oven until everything's nice and brown and it's nicely heated through. We're gonna check our Truite Aux Champignons. And that's looking good. We got a little brown on some of the crust. The butter is melted, turned into a nice little sauce in there. So we're gonna break this down, we're gonna try it. All right, let's get at it. Ooh, that smells good. This is gonna be hot. Wouldn't think fish and mushrooms go that well together. Well, they do. This is quite tasty. It's got that richness from butter, got that earthiness from the mushrooms. Fish is spot on. You guys, the reason why Fernard Point is considered one of the master chefs. Try this, you'll understand. Have a good day, keep on eating. Looking to up your cooking skills? Click subscribe for more delicious content where I break down techniques, dish out succulent tips to help you not just keep on eating, but encourage you to grow on.